Hello and welcome to Pabbly. So today in this video, we will be discussing the top 5 Twilio automations that you can set up with Pabbly Connect. So Twilio, as we all know, is one of the most popular SMS sending service used by a lot of users. And here we have top 5 things that you can automate with the help of Pabbly Connect related to Twilio. Either it can be sending an SMS confirmation on form submission or getting some reminders for some important events from your Google Sheet. You can also set up an automation to get the details and updates for your new MailChimp campaign, or you can send some order confirmation details to your customer via SMS. All of these processes can be automated with the help of Pabbly and Twilio integration. So without any further delay, let's begin with this process. And in this process, we will be showing you a step-by-step guide that how you can set up each and every automation all them. So let's begin with the process. So in this video, we are going to learn how to get SMS notification for Webflow form submission. Now suppose guys, you have created a website using Webflow, and in your website, you must have added some kind of form. Now you want that whenever a user fills the forms and submit their details, you want to get a notification, an SMS notification on your number with the details of the form submission that a user has submitted the form. So let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. So using this automation, whenever we are going to receive a new form submission in Webflow, automatically we will get an SMS notification from Twilio on our number with the form submission details. So if you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Webflow to Twilio. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. Now the idea here is, in my Webflow account, I have created a website. In that website, I have created a form. Now I want that whenever we receive a new form submission in the form created in Webflow, the details of that form submission should be received inside Pabbly Connect. And using this Pabbly Connect's automation, we want to get that form submission data, that form responses, as a SMS notification on our number. So we are going to connect our Webflow account, that form which we have created in Webflow, with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window. So that every time we receive a new form submission, a new form response, the details of that form submission will be received inside Pabbly Connect, and this automation workflow will trigger, it will start. And after that, using this Pabbly Connect's automation, we are going to send those form responses to Twilio, and using Twilio, we will get those form responses, that form submission data, as a SMS notification on our number automatically. So let's see how it is done. We will start with our trigger window, and here in Choose App, we will search for Webflow first. Just select Webflow. After selecting Webflow in trigger event from this drop-down, select the trigger event as New Form Submission. After selecting our trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now we are going to use this webhook URL to connect our Webflow account with Pabbly Connect. And how you can do that? You just have to follow the help text given below over here. Just copy this webhook URL from here, and after copying this, just go to your Webflow account. After reaching to your Webflow account, here you can see all the projects, all the sites which I have created in Webflow. I have created a form in this site named as Super Cool. So we'll just go to this project, this site, just click on these 3 dots and go to settings of this website over here. After coming to the settings page, here you can see a lots and lots of options, out of which we will click on integrations. And after coming to this integrations page, we will scroll down and here you will see an option of webhooks. Just click on this add webhook button and then select the trigger type as form submission from the drop down. Then it is asking us for the webhook URL. Now here in webhook URL section guys, we have to paste the exact same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Just copy it from here and then paste it over here. After pasting the webhook URL, just click on add webhook. And when we click on add webhook, here you can see that we have successfully added this webhook in our Webflow account, in our Webflow website. Now, every time we receive a new form submission in Webflow, the details of that exact same form submission will be captured inside Pabbly Connect, and this automation workflow will trigger. It will start. And here guys, in our Pabbly Connect workflow, it is showing us waiting for webhook response. This means Pabbly Connect's trigger is waiting to get some form submission data, some response from Webflow of a new form submission. So what we are going to do, we are going to make a test form submission in our Webflow account. We will just go to our site, we'll just go to this publishing section, and then we are going to open our site over here. So let's go to publish and open this site in a new tab. So this is the site. I will go to the form section, and this is the form which I have created in my Webflow account, in this website which I have created using Webflow. So let's enter the details of a demo user over here. For example, the name of this person is demo user. This is the email address. And then this is the integration request. For example, I'll add a note as this is a test submission. So here guys, in this form, I have just now added the details of a demo user. That this is the name, this is the email address, and in integration request, I have added just this test response. This is just a dummy response to capture the details of form submission. Now we will click on submit. And as we click on submit, here you can see that it is saying us that the form submission has been successfully received. So in our form which we have created in Webflow, a new form submission is received. And because we have connected our Webflow account with Pabbly Connect, we will see in our Pabbly Connect workflow, in this trigger window, we will receive the response. And yes, here in the trigger window, you can see that we have received this response. And in this response, you can see all the details of the exact same form submission. Here you can see the same name demo user, the same integration request note which we have added over here. This is a test submission. And here you can see the same email address as well. You can see the ID of this form submission and also the date and time, at what date and time this form submission was received. This means the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. We have successfully connected our Webflow site with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window and received the form responses, form submission data from Webflow inside Pabbly Connect. And here in this responses, you can see we have also received the name of the form, request form. This was the name of the form in which we have received this form submission. So here guys, after receiving the form responses in our Pabbly Connect workflow, what we have to do, we have to send these details to Twilio. So that using Twilio, we can get all of these form submission details as a SMS notification on our number. For that, we will just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in choose app, we will search for Twilio. Just select it. After selecting Twilio, in action event from this drop down, select the action event as send SMS message. Then just click on connect and select add new connection over here. Now here guys, we have to connect our Twilio account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the account SID and authorization token of our Twilio account. Now here you must be thinking how you can get this account SID and authorization token. So to get it, just go to your Twilio account and after reaching here, just scroll down on this home page. Here at the home page itself, you will see account info. And under account info, you can see the account SID and auth token. Just copy this account SID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here in the connection window. And once again over here. After this, let's get back to Twilio, copy this auth token and paste it over here in authorization token field. And after entering these details, pasting account SID and authorization token, just click on save. When we click on save, we will see our Twilio account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. And after making this connection, the first thing it asks us is the body of the SMS. That what is the SMS message which we want to receive as a notification. So I want the body of my SMS to be hello. And here guys, in this message, I want to mention the name of the form as well. Hello, you have received a new form submission in which form? So here in the trigger response of form submission, we have received the name of the form as well. So it is most likely possible that in your Webflow account, you might have created multiple forms over there. And here guys, using this trigger, you will get the response. You will get the details of each and every form submission made in each and every form. So here we have received the response of the name of the form. And I'm going to mention the name of the form as well over here in this SMS notification, which I'm going to receive on my number. So here the message is, hello, you have received a new form submission in, and then here we are going to mention the name of the form which we have received from Webflow. Now here guys, what we have to do, we have to actually map this response of form name from this trigger responses to this action step. And guys, the process of mapping is very simple. Simply click on this field, and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Webflow of a new form submission in our trigger step. And out of all of these responses, select this response of name of the form and map it over here. So in this way, in whatever form we are going to receive the submission in Webflow, Webflow will send the same form name to Pabbly Connect in the trigger window. And we are going to mention that same form name in the SMS notification as well. Now here guys, we want to enter the details of the form submission. For example, name, email, and integration request. So these were three fields, these were three questions which we have asked the user in this form. And here guys, what we have to do, we have to mention the same details, same responses of these form responses which we have received in our trigger window. One by one, we have to map these same details like name, the integration request, the note, and the email address. We have to map the same data once again over here. Now, as you all saw, the process of mapping is very simple. We will just click on this field, and in front of name, we want to mention the name of the user who has submitted the form. So we'll just click here, and from the drop down, select the response of name, and it will be mapped. So whatever name the user is going to enter while submitting the form, with the same name, the SMS notification will be received on our number. We'll get the same form response as a SMS notification. Then after that, let's follow the same process of mapping for email and also for the next text field of integration request as well. So this is the kind of message I want to receive every time we receive a new form submission in Webflow. I have remapped all the details of form submission over here. And in this video, we have just created a simple message, simple SMS notification over here. But if you want, you can basically create any SMS body of your choice or map any data of your choice from the form submission, from the form responses over here. After creating the body of the SMS, the next thing it asks us is the sender number. Now here guys, we have to enter the sender's number of our Twilio account. Now to get the sender number, just go back to your Twilio account, and below this auth token, you will see my Twilio phone number. This is the sender's number of your Twilio account. Just copy this from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After entering the sender number, it is asking us for the recipient number. That what is the mobile number of the recipient of the user to whom we want to send this SMS notification. Now here guys, we want to get this form submission data, this form submission SMS notification on our own number. So we are going to enter our number over here. But if you want to send the SMS notification to any of your team member as well, you can actually mention or enter the mobile number of that team member as well. So whatever mobile number we are going to enter over here, on the same number, we will get the SMS notification every time the form is submitted. So I'll just enter my mobile number over here with the country code and plus sign. And after entering the recipient mobile number, just click on Save and Send Test Request. Now when we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the SMS body which we have created over here with the form submission data with the form responses, this SMS has been sent on this recipient number which we have mentioned. So let's check the SMS inbox of this number. And yes guys, here you can see that just now we have received a new SMS on this number which says, hello, you have received a new form submission in request form. We have the same form name in which we have received the form response in Webflow. Then we have the same details like name, that is demo user, we have the same email address and same integration request message which we have entered. Means the details of the form submission which we have received from Webflow, the same form submission details which the user has entered while submitting the form in Webflow, we have received all of these details as a SMS notification on our number. So this means the automation workflow which we have created using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever we are going to receive a new form submission in Webflow, automatically the details of that form submission will be received on your number as a SMS notification. Now here guys, after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once. We'll go to a form and we are going to make another form submission over here. This time, let's enter the name of the person is test user. This is the name. This is the email address of the user who is submitting the form. And in integration request, I'll just enter a text as, for example, this is a real-time test. So this is a note I'm adding in this field of integration request. Let's click on submit. So as we click on submit, here you can see that just now we have received a new form submission in Webflow. And we will see instantly, within few seconds, we will get the SMS notification with the same form responses on our number. And yes guys, here you can see that just now we have received the SMS notification which says, hello, you have received a new form submission in request form. We have the name of the form. The name is test user, the email address is test@pabblytudes.com, and in integration request, the user has entered the text as this is a real-time test. Means the exact same form response which we have just now entered while submitting this form, the same details is received as a SMS notification. So here guys, not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can actually clone this exact same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
How to send SMS when a condition is met. So in this video, I will teach you how you can automatically send the conditional SMS to your customers on their phone number. So let me explain you with an example. I have created a travel inquiry form where I am collecting the basic details along with the phone number and the place they would like to travel, and I want that if my customer is selecting Kerala as the city, the brochure of Kerala should be sent automatically on their phone numbers, something like this. Hello demo user, thank you for filling out the inquiry form. We have received your requirements. You have selected Kerala as the city which you would like to travel. So we are sharing a brochure of Kerala with you, and here is the link to brochure. Okay, and in the same way, I want that if the customer is selecting Manali as the city, the brochure of Manali should be sent on his phone number, and if he is selecting Northeast as the city, I want that based on the selection, the brochure of that specific city should be sent automatically. So in this way, I would like to send the conditional SMS to my customers. Now how I am going to automate this whole process? Okay, so I will have to integrate this Google Forms application with the application of sending the SMS, and here I am going to use this Twilio application for sending the SMS. Okay, now how I am going to integrate these two applications, how I am going to build a connection in these two applications. So with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing integration and automation software, I am going to connect these two applications, and here you can notice I am an existing user of Pabbly Connect, so I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from the sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now once you will reach to the dashboard, simply click on this blue button that is create workflow and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I am providing the name as send conditional SMS to your customers. So I am clicking on create, and then you will notice two boxes in front of you. Okay, so these are actually trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customer. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. Okay, and according to our use case, here I will be selecting Google Forms because I want that whenever anyone is submitting the Google form, based on the selection of the form, the SMS should be sent via Twilio application. So that is why in the second application, in the action connection application, I will be selecting this specific application. Okay, now the idea here is I will have to connect these two applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so firstly I will select the trigger event, that is new response received. Okay, and here you can notice as soon as I have selected the trigger event, I have received a webhook URL and few set of instructions. Okay, so with the help of this URL only I am going to build this connection, and before that I would like to recommend you to kindly read these instructions very carefully so that you can understand how this connection can be established. Okay, so let me first copy this webhook URL and then I'll go back to my Google Forms, and firstly I'm going to open the spreadsheet which is already associated with this specific form. Okay, so this is my Google Sheet. Firstly I'm going to delete the existing data. Alright, so I have deleted the same, and then I am going to maximize this spreadsheet so that you can see the data very clearly. Okay, let me do that. Alright, so I have maximized this screen, and let me tell you, with the help of this spreadsheet only we are going to build a connection in Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. Okay, so before I build this connection, firstly I am going to make a dummy submission via this form. So here you can notice this form is already open. Let me fill some dummy details so that the data can be collected here, and then from this spreadsheet only I am going to send the same form submission data to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let me provide some dummy details. Alright, so I have provided the name as dummy customer, the email address as demo@pabblytudes.com. Here I have provided a dummy phone number, but don't worry, I will replace this phone number with a genuine number. Okay, the city I have selected is Kerala, number of people going to travel is 2, and number of days you are planning to travel is submit. And as soon as I will submit this form, you will notice the details will be added in this spreadsheet. Okay, and once the details are arrived in this spreadsheet, now we can easily send the data from Google Sheet to Pabbly Connect. But before that, you'll have to copy this webhook URL, go to the extension part, click on add-ons, and here you'll have to search for the Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on. Alright, so I'm searching for the same, that is Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on, and here you will notice that this add-on is already installed into my account. But make sure, if you are building this connection for the first time, the very first thing you'll have to do is to install this add-on in your Google Sheets. And once you will install this add-on, you will find that add-on here. Okay, so open that initial setup settings, and here exactly we will paste the same webhook URL which we have received via Pabbly Connect. Let me remove the existing data, and then I'm going to paste the same webhook URL asking for the trigger column. Okay, so read the instructions first. The trigger column will be your final data column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. Okay, so basically it is asking to provide a column name on the submission of which this automation should trigger. Okay, so basically it is asking for the last data entry column, and in this case I have the data up to G column. Okay, whenever the new data will arrive, that data will goes up to G column. Okay, so I want that whenever the data is filled up to G column, this automation should trigger, or we can say the data should be sent to Pabbly Connect. And here you can notice the data has been sent successfully. If I will come back to Pabbly Connect dashboard, you will notice that the same data has been received via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let me show you the details one by one. So here we have the same name, the same email, the same city, the same trigger column, we have the same timing, we have the form name as well, and we have the phone number, and at last we have the number of days you are planning to travel as 5, and we also have the row index. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between our Google Sheet, or we can directly say that in between our Google Forms and Pabbly Connect, is working absolutely fine. Okay, and now onwards what will happen? every time someone is going to fill your form, the details firstly will be collected in spreadsheet, and from this spreadsheet those details will be sent automatically and instantly to Pabbly Connect, because this trigger will instantly capture the new incoming data. But for that you'll have to enable one more very important settings, that is the send on event. Okay, so if you will enable this option, this will ensure that every new form submission data will send to Pabbly Connect automatically. Here you can notice this option is enabled. Okay, and other than that, one more very important thing I would like to tell you is, whenever you are working with the Google Sheets or Google Forms, make sure either you work into the incognito window, or at the same time multiple Gmail accounts should not be logged in. Okay, I'm repeating this again. Multiple Gmail accounts should not be logged in at the same time in the single window, or you should work into the incognito window. Okay, so these were the two important things. Now the first step of our automation is done, and I want that based on the selection they are actually giving, based on the choice they are selecting, the brochure should be sent. For that I'll have to build three kind of scenario. One is for the Kerala, the second one is for the Manali, and the last one is for the Northeast. Okay, so how I am going to do that? So I cannot send the SMS directly via Twilio. I'll have to delete this step first, and under the router we are going to connect to the Twilio application. Now you must be thinking that what is this router? Well, it is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can add as many as conditions as you want. Okay, in our case I want that if the customer is selecting Kerala, the brochure of Kerala should be sent, and for the Manali and Northeast, those brochures should be sent automatically. So basically we have three scenarios, three conditions, so that is why I have added only 3 router steps. You can add as many as router steps as you want within your automations, within your workflow. Now how I am going to set these conditions, how I am going to send the conditional SMS. Okay, before I explain you this, firstly I am going to rename my router step. Okay, so here I will be setting up the condition for Kerala when the response is equal to Kerala. Okay, and further I'm going to set up the whole scenario in this first router step only, and here I will rename this step as when the response is equal to Manali and when the response is equal to Northeast. Okay, so before I rename these two steps, let me first set the filter and action step. Okay, so here exactly we are going to set the condition. Okay, now you must be thinking that what is this data? Okay, so this is the same data, the same form submission data which we have received via Google Form submission. Okay, so here I will be selecting which specific response, basically which place you would like to travel. Here you can notice, and the person has selected Kerala. Let me show you this once again. Okay, which place you would like to travel, and he has selected Kerala. Okay, so let me first select the same. If this is actually equal to Kerala, in that case this specific router step should be proceed. Okay, let me correct the same, and when I'll click on this button you will notice that the condition is going to be true, because currently we have actually received the response as Kerala only at the time of form submission. Let me show you this into my spreadsheet. Here you can notice. Okay, so what will happen whenever this condition is true? What should be the next step? Basically it should send an SMS to the customer on his phone number along with the Kerala brochure. Okay, so let me select the same, that is Twilio application, and as I have told you initially, we will use Twilio for sending the SMS. Okay, it is an amazing application for sending the SMS. Click on connect, click on add a new connection, and here for the connection it is asking for the account SID, the authorization token, and again account SID. Okay, so from where I can get this detail? Either you can visit this documentation, or let me take you to the dashboard of Twilio. Okay, so in the dashboard of Twilio you can find all the necessary option. Okay, that is account SID. Let me copy the same, come back to Pabbly Connect dashboard, paste the same at both the places, and finally it is asking for the authorization token. So here we have the authorization token as well. Let me copy and paste the same. Okay, clicking on save, and this is how the Twilio account, the Twilio account will be also connected with the Pabbly Connect, just like we have connected our Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. Okay, the very first thing it is asking for the body of the SMS. Okay, basically what SMS you would like to send to your customer. Well, I have already prepared a small SMS. Okay, so I'm going to directly copy this SMS text and then I'm going to paste the same here. Okay, let me do that. I think my step has got removed by mistaken. Okay, so I'll have to click on this plus icon once again, search for the Twilio application once again. Let me do that, and this time instead of selecting the new connection, I'll go with the existing connection only. Okay, so here you can notice the existing connection is already selected. It was asking for the SMS, so let me paste the whole SMS, and firstly I will correct the formatting of this SMS. Alright, so I have corrected the SMS. Let me first remove this name, because the name of the customer we will map from the above data, from the Google Form submission data. Okay, so hello and the name of the customer will appear. Now how you can map the name of the customer? Simply click on this particular field and you will find the above data here in the drop down, and from this drop down data I will search for the name of the customer. Basically I will map the name of the customer, and whatever the details you will map here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in next time in real time. Okay, so this dummy customer will be replaced by the new customer who will submit the form. Thank you for filling out the inquiry form. We have received your requirements. You have selected Kerala as the city. Okay, so again this value will also be replaced based on the selection. So let me map the same here. I will search for the same value, that is which place they would like to travel, and I have successfully mapped this value. This is how the city name will appear based on the selection. Okay, so currently I will assume that the person has provided Kerala only. Okay, so you have selected Kerala as the city which you would like to travel. So we are sharing a brochure of Kerala with you, and again this Kerala will be replaced by the same thing. Okay, so let me map the same. Where would you like to travel? Alright, I have mapped it successfully. Okay, now here is the link to brochure. Well, this is something which is not going to change, so I have the link of the brochure. How about I directly copy the link of that brochure of Kerala and paste it here. Okay, so I have done that, minimizing it, and let me add the link of that brochure, and I think I have composed a very nice SMS. Moving further, asking for the sender number and recipient email address, and again for sending number also you can refer the free trial of Pabbly Connect. Here you can notice it has already provided me my Twilio phone number. Let me copy the same, coming back here, let me paste the same, and lastly it is asking for, alright, I have pasted this number at incorrect place. Okay, so I have pasted the sender number as well, and finally I will write recipient phone number. Okay, so let me wait for that. So give me a few seconds and let me add my real phone number, and then I will show you how the SMS will be arrived. Okay, alright, so I have provided the number. Clicking on this button, save and send test request, and I am really expecting the SMS to be arrived. Okay, I'll have to check whether I have received this SMS or not, because the response is clearly saying that the SMS is sent. Alright, so I have received the SMS. Let me upload the screenshot, and here is the SMS, and let me read this SMS. Hello dummy customer, thank you for filling out the form, the inquiry form. We have received your requirements. You have selected Kerala as the city which you would like to travel. So we are sharing a brochure of Kerala with you. Here's the link to brochure, and this is the brochure I have sent. Okay, so this is the PDF file. Okay, let me also correct the formatting, because here you can notice I have not provided a space here, and in fact here also I have not provided a space. Okay, so this is how I was able to successfully send a message if the customer is selecting the option as Kerala. Now this was the step, this was the scenario of Kerala. Now what will happen when they are selecting either Manali or Northeast as the city? Okay, so let me first save this particular step, and then I'll show you how you can set the rest of the two condition in this router, basically with this router. Okay, so instead of setting up the the whole condition from scratch, let me show you, let me explain you that you can clone the whole step exactly. Okay, yes, you just need to click on this 3 dot and click on this clone button, and the whole step will be cloned automatically. Okay, so here you can notice immediately the whole step has been cloned. And if I will open this condition, this router step in front of you, you can notice everything is already selected. I just need to replace, I just need to make few changes. Okay, and in the same way I will clone the same step once again, because I have to set up 2 more scenarios, 2 more conditions. Okay, so this one is going to be for the Kerala, of course, and these 2 will be for Northeast and Manali. Okay, so let me delete these existing steps because currently it is of no use. Okay, so I have successfully deleted both the steps. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so let me first rename these 2 steps, and then we are going to make few basic changes, and this is how our conditional SMS automation will be set up. Okay, when the response is equals to Manali, and here we will set up the scenario for Manali. Clicking on update, here you can notice it has successfully renamed. Again clicking on 3 dots, clicking on rename, and when the response is equals to Northeast. Okay, so let me add the same, clicking on update once again, and I have provided the name to all the fields, all the conditions. Okay, clicking on this particular step, and here you can notice in this filter the condition is set for the Kerala. So here this time in place of Kerala I will set the condition for the Manali city. And what will happen whenever the customer is going to select Manali as the city, this particular step will be executed. Okay, so currently you will notice that the condition is false, but when the customer will choose Manali as the option, of course this condition is going to be true. And when this condition is going to be true, what should be the next step? So basically it should send the brochure of Manali. Okay, so currently I will keep the value as it is. Okay, here also I would like to keep the values as it is, because as I have already told you, these details will be replaced automatically based on the form submission, because we have mapped these values. All I need to change is this brochure link. Okay, because this brochure link was of Kerala, and here I will be selecting, I will be pasting the brochure of Manali. Let me copy the same, and along with pasting this link here into my SMS, let me even show you the same brochure link, that what kind of brochure I am actually sending to my customers. Okay, currently I am adding the drive link, but it is not compulsory. You can add any type of PDF links along with your SMS. Okay, so this is the brochure of Manali. Okay, as I have told you, we are sharing the brochure of Manali. Along with this, it is also for Shimla, Kufri, Kullu, Manali. Okay, coming back to Pabbly Connect, and here I have replaced all the things. So I will be clicking on the send test button, and now you tell me whether the SMS will get sent or not, because currently the condition is false. Okay, according to the conditions the SMS should not get sent, but this is not right. Whenever you will set the conditions in the routers for the first time, doesn't matter your condition is false or true, in the first time every message will get sent. In every case, in every router step, the messages, the SMS will get sent. Okay, but don't worry, when this automation will work in real time, the SMS will get sent only based on the conditions. Okay, so I have clicked on send test button, so let me check whether I have received one more SMS or not along with the brochure of Manali. And here you can notice this is the SMS I have received. Hello demo customer, thank you for filling out the form. For the inquiry form, we have received your requirements. You have selected Kerala as the city. Now you must be thinking why it is showing Kerala, because we were setting up this condition for the Manali. Remember, at the time of form submission, we have provided the value as Kerala only. So that is why currently it is showing the value as a Kerala. But don't worry, as I have told you earlier that the things will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. I will even show you that how this automation will work in real time. Just wait for few more seconds. Okay, so we are sharing a brochure of Kerala with you, and again this Kerala value will be replaced automatically with the value of Manali. And here is the link to brochure, and this is the brochure of Manali only. I'm sorry for that. Okay, so I think our second condition is also done, let me click on save and set up the condition, the third condition, that is northeast. Okay, so I have already renamed this step. Clicking on this set filter and action step, here you can notice both the conditions, both the steps are already added. I just need to replace the values, and let me tell you a very important thing. Whatever the values you have provided in your form, make sure that you write the exact values, otherwise your condition will be false. Doesn't matter whether you have provided the correct value. Okay, basically the value should be exact, the spelling should be exact. Clicking on this button, and again you will notice the condition is going to be false, but won't worry about that, we are simply setting up the case for northeast. Okay, so don't worry, I will show you everything in real time, and in the SMS also I will replace the brochure of the Manali. Okay, so let me replace the same, and rest of the things will remain same. Okay, so let me copy the brochure of northeast, and let me even show you the northeast package, the northeast brochure. Okay, alright, so here you can notice this is the brochure of northeast. Let me paste the link of this northeast here by replacing the value of the Manali. Alright, so I have replaced all the important data. Let me click on the save and send test request button and wait for the third message to be arrived. As I have told you, doesn't matter the condition is true or false, in the first time, at the first time, the messages will get sent for sure. Let me upload the SMS. Let me upload the screenshot of that SMS. Hello demo customer, thank you for filling out the inquiry form. We have received your requirements. You have selected Kerala as the city which you would like to travel, so we are sharing the brochure of Kerala with you. Here's the link to the brochure. Okay, so this was the third condition which we have successfully set up in our Pabbly Connect with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, clicking on save, and let me show you how this automation will work in real time. Okay, so I'm going to preview this form in front of you. Okay, so this is the preview button, and this time I will be adding some new details, that is test user. This time I'm adding the value, the name as test user. This time I will add the email address as admin@pabblytuts.com, and here I will again provide a dummy phone number in front of you, but don't worry, I will replace this number. Okay, and how about I go with the Manali option this time. Number of people going to travel is again going to let's say 5. Number of days you are planning to travel is 3. Finally clicking on submit, and since we have already set up an automation in between Google Forms and in between Twilio application, I'm really expecting the SMS to be arrived. Let me check my phone and open the SMS, and yes, I have received the SMS, and this time I have received the SMS as hello test user, thank you for filling out the inquiry form. We have received your requirements. You have selected Manali as the city which you would like to travel, so we are sharing a brochure of Manali with you. Here is the link to brochure, and let me also check whether the brochure which I have received is correct or not, whether the brochure is actually of Manali or not. And yes, the brochure is actually of the Manali. Okay, so this is how now onwards, as soon as someone is going to submit your Google Forms, based on the options they are selecting, you can define the conditions, as many as condition as you want inside your workflow, inside your automation. And once you will set this automation inside Pabbly Connect, after that you can sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually. And here in this particular case, I have set this automation along with the Google Forms. But let's say you want to collect these responses or any kind of data from some different application like Google Sheets or any other data. You can also collect those data and set the conditions accordingly. And this is how you can set conditional workflows, conditional SMS. You can send conditional SMS with the help of Pabbly Connect. Okay, just in case if you want to access the same workflow inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of my automation into the description box. So you just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.
So in this video, we are going to learn how to get SMS notification when a new MailChimp campaign is created. Now suppose guys, if you're using MailChimp as an email marketing platform, this automation is going to help you a lot. Suppose some of your team members actually manage the campaigns on your MailChimp account, the email campaigns, and you want that whenever a new campaign is created and sent from your MailChimp account to your customer, you want to get a notification on your number with the new campaign details. So you can actually automate this process in such a way that whenever a campaign will be created using this automation, automatically you will get that subject line or the title of the campaign and the status as a SMS notification from Twilio on your number. Now, if you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as MailChimp to Twilio. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on. Where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect our MailChimp account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window, so that every time a new campaign is created and sent from our MailChimp account, the details of that newly created and sent campaign will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using this Pabbly Connect's automation, we are going to send those new campaign details to Twilio. And using Twilio, whenever a new campaign will be created using Twilio, we are going to get an SMS notification on our number that a new campaign is created and sent from our MailChimp account. So using this automation, whenever your team members are going to create and send a new MailChimp campaign to your clients and customers, automatically you will get an SMS notification with the newly created and sent campaign details. So let's see how you can automate this process. So we'll get back to Pabbly Connect, and here in our trigger window in Choose App, we will search for MailChimp. Just select it. After selecting MailChimp, in this trigger event from this drop-down, select the trigger event as New Campaign. After selecting our trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. And using this webhook URL, we are going to connect our MailChimp account with Pabbly Connect. So just copy this webhook URL from here and go to your MailChimp account. After coming to the MailChimp account, we just have to go to this audience section. And after coming to this audience page, from the right side, click on this Manage Audience button. And from this drop down, go to Settings. After coming to the settings page, just click on the settings, and from this drop down, click on webhooks over here. After coming to this webhooks page, click on create new webhook. And now it is asking us for the callback URL over here. Now here in this field of callback URL, we have to paste the exact same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Just copy it from here and then paste it over here. Then after this, it is asking us what type of update should we send. Like what type of update we want MailChimp to send to Pabbly Connect. So we want to get the campaign sending update, so we'll select it and we are going to unselect all the other options over here. And here in only send updates when a change is made by, we are going to select all the 3 options and click on save. In this way, we have successfully added a webhook URL in our MailChimp account for getting the details of a new campaign whenever it is sent inside our MailChimp account. So whenever a new campaign will be sent from MailChimp, automatically the details of that sent campaign will be received inside Pabbly Connect. Now after doing this, just click on this Recapture Webhook Response button, and now it has changed to Waiting for Webhook Response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to get some response, some details of a new campaign from MailChimp. So let's create a new campaign in our MailChimp account and capture this response. We'll go to this campaign section. Let's go to all campaign. And then here, let's click on this create campaign button. Now let's start creating a campaign. I'll just select a regular mail. Let's design an email. So right now I'm just going to create a dummy campaign over here in my MailChimp account. So we have selected the contact list to whom we want to send the campaign. We have selected the from. Let's add a subject. So for example, I would like to add the subject line as, for example, we are setting up this automation. This is the subject line of this campaign which I'm going to send. And I want the same subject line to be as preview text too. Let's click on test. Let's click on save. After clicking on save, here it is asking us for the content. That what is the content of the email which we are going to send using this campaign. So let's create a test email, a dummy email over here. I'm going to select some of the existing emails which I have already created for previous campaigns over here. So this is a test campaign which I have already sent to my users. I will be using the same dummy email over here for now. And click on continue. So I'm just selecting or creating a dummy campaign in my MailChimp account. Okay, so we have successfully created this campaign over here. Now let's click on this send button, and as we click on this send button, an email campaign has been sent from our MailChimp account. We have created a new campaign over here. And we will see as these emails are sent, this campaign is created. In our all campaigns section in MailChimp, you will see a new campaign will be here. Here you can see we are setting up this automation, the same subject line. This is the campaign name and it is sending right now. And here in our Pabbly Connect workflow, we will see within few seconds, we will get this response. So as all the emails from this campaign is sent, this campaign is successfully created in MailChimp, the details of this campaign will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And yes, here you can see that just now we have received all of these details. We have received this response for campaign. Here is the date and time, that at what date and time we have received this response, at what date and time this campaign was created, and MailChimp sent us the response. Here you can see the subject line of the campaign name, and also the status over here. So in this way, whenever a new campaign will be created and sent from our MailChimp account, the details of these campaigns will be received inside Pabbly Connect. So the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. Now let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we want to get an SMS notification on our number whenever this campaign is created and sent from our MailChimp account by our team members. So I have a dedicated marketing and sales team who are managing my MailChimp account, and I want that whenever they send an email or they create a new campaign and send an email to my customers, I want to get a notification. So for that, we will just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in choose app, we will search for Twilio. Just select Twilio over here. After selecting Twilio, an action event from this drop-down, select the action event as Send SMS Message. Click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Twilio account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the account SID, authorization token, and once again we have to enter the account SID of our Twilio account. Now here you must be thinking how we are going to get the account SID authorization token in our Twilio account. So to get it, just go to your Twilio account and here at the home page, just scroll down and here you can see the account SID and auth token. Just copy this account SID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and here in this connection window, just paste it over here and once again over here. Then get back to Twilio, copy this auth token and here just paste the auth token over here as well. And after entering these details, just click on save. And now you can see that our Twilio account, the service which we were using to send or get the SMS, the Twilio account is now connected with Pabbly Connect. Now in this video, I have taken an example of Twilio, but instead of Twilio, you can use any other service or SMS sending service according to your choice, according to your requirement. After connecting our Twilio account, here it is asking us for the body of the SMS, that what kind of SMS I want to receive. So I want my message to be hello. And after hello, I want to add in my message. Okay, so this is the kind of message I want to receive as the SMS notification. Hello, a new campaign is created and sent from MailChimp. We have the name of the campaign and the status. So I want to get these details of a new campaign which is created in our MailChimp account over here. So here guys, in this trigger response which we have received from MailChimp, in this response, you can see we have received the subject line of the email which we have created, using which we have sent the emails or the campaign. And here you can also see the status of this campaign. So we have received these details of a new campaign from MailChimp. And we have to basically add these same details in the SMS message which we are going to receive on our number. So here guys, what we have to do, we have to actually mention this campaign subject or as a campaign name, and we have to map this data over here. So here in front of campaign name, we have to map it, and to map it, just click on this field, and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from MailChimp of a new campaign. And from these responses, select this response of subject line of the campaign and map it over here. So whatever subject line, with whatever subject line we are going to create this campaign, with whatever name we are going to create this campaign, with the same name, a message SMS notification will be received on our number in this message. Then we have this field of status. So we have to map the status of the campaign which we have received from MailChimp. So from the drop down, select and map the status. So whatever status we are going to receive of this campaign with MailChimp, the same details will be received on our number as the SMS notification. So here guys, in this video, I have just created this simple message with some basic details. But instead of this, here you can create any message of your choice and map any details of a new campaign which we have received from MailChimp over here, like list ID, data ID, or anything like that. After getting all of these details guys, we have mapped it, we have created the message. The next thing it asks us is the sender number. And here guys, we have to enter the sender's number of our Twilio account. And to get the sender's number, once again we'll go back to Twilio, and here you can see my Twilio phone number. This is the sender's number of your Twilio account. Just copy this number from here and paste it over here. After entering the sender number, here it is asking us for the recipient number as well. That what is the mobile number of the user or our mobile number on which we want to get the SMS notification. So here guys, we have to manually enter the mobile number on which we want to get the SMS notification, our mobile number. And after entering these numbers and creating this message with the map data, what we have to do, we just have to click on Save and Send Test Request. When we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received this response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the SMS body which we have created over here, this message has been sent on this recipient mobile number. So let's check it. Let's check the SMS inbox of this number. And yes guys, here you can see that a message is received on this number which says, "Hello, a new campaign is created and sent from MailChimp. Campaign name, we are setting up this automation. The status is sent. Thank you." So these are the same details of the campaign which we have just now created in our MailChimp account. This means the automation workflow which we have created in this video, this automation is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever a new campaign will be created in our MailChimp account, automatically the details of that campaign will be received as a SMS notification on our number using Twilio. So after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once in real time. We will get back to MailChimp and let's create a new campaign over here, another test campaign. Click on Create Campaign. Let's design the campaign email. Then in subject, this time I'm going to add the subject line as, for example, real-time test. This is the subject line of this campaign, real-time test. Let's add the same preview text and click on Save. After adding the subject, let's select the content. Once again, let's select the same template email which we have selected while creating previous test campaign. We'll go to Campaigns, and then we are going to select the old email template which we have created. And click on Continue. So just now this campaign is created, let's click on Send, and this is it. Just now we have created and sent a new email campaign from our MailChimp account. And we will see as this campaign is created and sent, within few seconds, a SMS notification will be received on our number with this campaign details. So let's wait for a few seconds over here. And yes, here you can see that just now instantly I have received this message which says, "Hello, a new campaign is created and sent from MailChimp. Campaign name, real-time test, and the status is sent." This means the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing. You will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can actually clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
In this video, we are going to understand how to receive an SMS for new Thinkific enrollments. So here my objective is that every time a user enrolls in Thinkific for a particular course. Now Thinkific is a platform where you can create online courses. So you want that an SMS should be received by the user through Twilio. How can that happen? For this, you will have to integrate the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. So here, your trigger application will be Thinkific and your action application will be Twilio. Now, how can you do this yourself, automate and integrate this entire process? To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect. And as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. Now on the right hand side, we have got two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, click on sign in. If you are the new user, sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes. And also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks to explore this entire application. So now I'm going to click on sign in, and as I do that, here we have reached all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And here we have reached the dashboard. Now on the right hand side, you can see a blue tab, create workflow. Let's click on this, and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here you can give any random name. So what is my objective here? My objective here is that every time a new enrollment happens on Thinkific, then automatically an SMS should be received. Now Thinkific is a platform to create online courses and membership sites. So how do I name it? So I'm going to name it as receive an SMS for new Thinkific enrollments. Let's click on create. So as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the response of your trigger application. So as per this integration, this trigger application here will be Thinkific. So let's click on this. Now comes the trigger event. So the trigger event is the event that is going to make this workflow run. So here it would be enrollment created. So this workflow is going to run every time a new enrollment is created. And now here you can see it is written that this trigger will instantly capture new incoming data, which basically means that Thinkific is not a polling based application. The moment an enrollment creation happens, automatically this workflow is going to run in real time. Now here we have received a webhook URL, and this is going to act as a bridge for connecting Thinkific and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to copy this. Once you have done that, here you have to follow the following steps. So this is the help desk given. Please read this carefully. Let me show you exactly what you have to do. So I already have logged into my Thinkific account. Let's go to sites, development, visit dashboard, and here you can see this is my page. Now we are going to go to settings. So after settings, we have to go to code and analytics. Now here on this panel, we have webhooks. Let's click on this. And now let's click on webhooks. Now I'm going to create a new webhook. Now here it is very well mentioned that for modal, you have to choose enrollment, and for topic you have to choose enrollment created. So I'm going to do the same. For modal, I'm going to choose enrollment. For topic, enrollment created. Now this webhook URL that we had just copied, I'm going to paste this over here. So once this is done, let's click on save. And here you can see that enrollment created, this particular webhook has been set. Now once this is set, I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here you can see it is asking me to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to Thinkific. Now here within courses, I already have created many courses. So let's say that I'm going to go to this demo course. Now I'm going to copy this and open this in a new tab. So let me quickly copy this. Okay, now I'm going to open this in a new incognito window. So as I do that, here you can see that these are the products. I'm again going to go to demo, and here I'm going to enroll for free. So let's say the first name here is Smart. The last name here is Dummy New. Then we have the email address which is smartdummynew@pabblytudes.com. And then we have the password. So I'm going to create a password here. And then we have to add the phone number. So I'm going to add the phone number now. Okay, so once done, let's click on sign up. So as we do that, here we can see that this particular user has enrolled successfully to this particular school. So I am now going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here you can see we have received a response. So this here is the timestamp. Then as I take you down, this is the last name, this is the first name, this here is the email address, and then here is the creation time. So once I have received this, what is my objective here? My objective here is to receive an SMS for the new enrolled user. For this, I'm going to choose my action application as Twilio. Let's click on this. And now the action event. So here it is going to be send SMS message. Let's click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Twilio account. For this, I'm going to click on add new connection. I have already logged into my Twilio account, and now to set up this connection we need the account SID, authorization token, and again account SID. For this I'm going to take you to my Twilio account, and here is the account SID. So I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste this over here and here. Then we need the authorization token. So here is the authorization token. Let's copy this once again and paste this here. Let's click on save to set up this connection. Now once this is done, here we have to enter the body of the SMS. So I can just write team, a new user has enrolled for. Now what is the name of the course? The name of the course is demo course. So here I'm going to enter demo course. Okay, and now user details. So I'm going to write name, and again I'm going to go here, and this here is the first name. Let's give a space and last name. Now you can see the method with which I'm adding the information here is known as mapping. So mapping is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written this name manually, so even when my workflow was running for the nth time with some new data, it would have taken the same information. That's why to avoid that, we map the information. So basically mapping means that I already have this information in the previous step and I'm just going to retrieve it here. Okay, the next thing is email address. So let's go here, and here I'm going to look for this email address and done. Now I'm going to just write regards. This is the message. Now the sender's number. For this again I'm going to go to Twilio, and this here is the sender's number. So I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. The next is the recipient's number. So I'm just going to enter a recipient number. Always remember that it has to be with the country code and with the plus sign. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we can see we have received the API response, which basically means that now an SMS must be sent to the designated number. So let's go and check the same. And yes, here you can see this here is the screenshot of the same. So this basically means that our integration is a success. But we also need to check the same in real time. So I'm again going to take you to Thinkific. And now here we are again going to continue for a different product. Let's say this time it is how to increase your business. Let's click on this. And here I'm going to click on enroll for free. Now let's say the first name here is user. The last name is dummy. Then we have the email address userdummy@pabblytudes.com. Okay, now let's say the password is, and then we have the phone number. Now I'm going to click on sign up. And as I do that, here you can see that we have received the response. So I'm going back and let's understand if we have received the SMS there. And yes, here you can see that we have received another SMS. So this basically means that our integration is a complete success. Now I'm going to take you up and understand what we have actually done. So this is an extremely easy two-step integration process where our trigger application is Thinkific, the event is enrollment created, and our action application is Twilio where the event is to send SMS message. So I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if there is any specific integration that you wish to work on, you can always write to us.
Hello everyone, in this video we will learn how to send automated appointment reminders on SMS. So if you have collected all the data of your customers or your patients in your Google Sheet and you want to send them reminder SMS through Twilio, then rather than doing this work manually, you can create this automation. By creating an integration between these two applications, this automation will be created with the help of Pabbly Connect, where our trigger will be the new row added in Google Sheet and our action will be to send message using Twilio. Let us learn how to do that. So in this video, we will learn how to send automated appointment reminders on SMS. To create this automation, we will be using Pabbly. So let us quickly sign in into our account so that I will reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly. And from here, we are going to choose Pabbly Connect to create this automation. Click on Access Now. And then you will reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Reaching here, you will see a big blue button on your right side where it's written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Google Sheets and Twilio Integration. Click on Create and then a blank workflow will be created for you like you will be seeing on the screen. Here we have two windows, Trigger and Action. Now before we move ahead with the creation of the workflow, make sure that you have opened your already prepared Google Sheet like this, where you have named different columns for appointment details, and then you have your Twilio account as well. Now let us understand the functioning of Trigger and Action window. So the Trigger window is for the first application where the event will take place and it will make the action application perform the assigned action. For example, here we have the Trigger application as Google Sheets, because all the data that will be updated in the Google Sheet in the new row will be fetched by Pabbly Connect over here as a response that you will be seeing soon. Here it says capture webhook response. So we will be using this webhook URL provided by Pabbly to us. And then when we connect our Trigger application and Pabbly Connect, it will be received as a response. What? All the information that will be entered over here. So let us begin with the webhook URL. First of all, you need to fill in the details of the customer or the patient for whom you are creating the appointment. For example, I am using it as, this is the name, the date of appointment is. When you enter the date, make sure that you change the format of this as the plain text so that it will be fetched as it is. No change in the format will be made. The time, so you can also enter the time, that the time of the appointment is, the counselor's name with whom we have the appointment, and the contact number, which is very much necessary because we are going to send an SMS to this contact number only. Here is the contact number. Now, after this, we will proceed with using the webhook URL. So go to extensions and go to add-ons, get add-ons. Over here, we are going to add one add-on to our Google Sheets, which will help us to connect with Pabbly. So here you will put Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now this is the add-on that is already installed in my system, but you need to install it before you create your workflow. Once you're done with the installation, it will be visible to you in the extensions menu only. Click on this Pabbly Connect webhook, go to initial setup, and then it will ask you for the webhook URL and the trigger column. So you need to copy this webhook URL from here and paste it right here. The trigger column is the last updated column. So we have the name, the date of appointment, the time, the name of the counselor, and we have the contact number, which means our trigger column is E. Click on submit. That's how you submit this information. It says that setup configured successfully, and now we send a test because it is waiting for a response right here. Because we have sent a test, we will be receiving a response over here in no time. Here we have the response with all the details that have been entered over here in our sheet. Now once you're done with this, there is one last thing left. Go to extensions again, Pabbly Connect webhook, and initiate the send on event option. This will make sure that every new row added will be sent over here as a response. Now we are going to use this information for sending the message of the appointment as a reminder to our customer. So let us choose our action application as Twilio. The action event over here will be send SMS message. Connect your account by clicking on add new connection, and then it will ask you the SID authorization token. So that you will find over here as soon as you open your Twilio account, scroll down, and in the front page only you will have the SID and the authorization token. You will need your Twilio phone number as well, and you will be getting it when you connect your accounts. So copy this SID, paste it in both the sections over here and the third field as well, and then copy the authorization token and then you paste it right here. Click on save, and then your work is done. It's connected. Now you will enter certain details that are required to send a message or compose a message. The body of the SMS, that what you are going to text the person. So it will be dear map the name of the customer, which is this, your appointment, with map the name of the doctor is on, map the date, which was this, at the time, and the time is this. All right, please be on time. /n is for the enter, so that whatever you write after that appears in the next line, and this is done. The message has been composed. The sender number, the person who's sending, so we are sending, so we are going to get this from this, copy your personal Twilio phone number and then paste it here in the sender's number. All right, in the recipient number, you will enter the number that you are going to take from the spreadsheet that we have entered. Just make sure you enter the country code before that, and then you can map the number. It's here. So this is the number. Click on save and send test request and your message will be sent. So it says that the message has been sent successfully. Let us completely close this window and check for the message that have we received a message or not. So here we have the response. Over here you can see that it's sent from the Twilio trial account, as it says, because it's a trial account. We have the completely composed message that we did just now, and the date and the time is also given over here. So you will be receiving a message like this, or the customer will be receiving a message like this whenever you are adding a new row in your Google Sheets. So when you add something in the Google Sheet, a message will be sent through Twilio. This was the whole workflow. I hope this helped.
Not just these applications, but you can integrate many other applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any issue regarding Pabbly, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any doubts regarding our pricing, then you can connect us through this given website. If you found this video helpful in any way, then make sure to share this with your friends and colleagues to make their life easier by creating automations. We will meet in the next video. Till then, do not forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.